So RBA player, aka the Medea No Tyler Perry of basketball, LeBron James, aka LeBalco James, allegedly, aka LeFreak Boy James, who from what I hear, LeBron James was one of many Diddy supporters dancing outside the courtroom, pouring baby oil all over himself as the jury read the verdict. But LeBron James is being highly exposed all throughout social media right now for playing alongside the most #1 picks in RBA history. We need to call him Lamore Help James. But this man, LeBron James, requires the most help from any superstar player or from someone who is supposedly and arguably the greatest player of all time. I mean, you can get him more help and he'll say, I need more help. You even have the media pampering him, coddling him. He gets help from the media when he loses. He gets help from the referees. He gets helped from the entire league. This man can trade for any all-star by the trade deadline, but he still needs more help. He even get rigged RBA finals. But this man just wants all the help in the world. I mean, he wants all the help. Even Hamburger Helper can't help this man. It's like you have so much help to the point it's like, when you gonna help yourself? LeBron James can have all the help in the world, but the one thing that he doesn't have or share with the Kobe Bryants and the Michael Jordans of the world is he doesn't have that killer instinct down the stretch of games. And that's more so why he loses all of these games. LeBron James is a turnover machine in the fourth quarter because he's petrified. So for those of you who live under a rock, like Patrick from the cartoon TV show SpongeBob, the Los Angeles Lakers went out and acquired RBA center DeAndre Aton, who owners and GMs have been complaining and fans have been complaining that DeAndre Aton doesn't take the game seriously. But he's somehow going to all of a sudden just go to the Los Angeles Lakers, and LeBron James is going to change his personality. And, you know, LeBron James is going to give him that push to want to be dedicated to the game. And now Laker fans are rejoicing like DeAndre Aton is the savior, when the real problem is LeBron James and the baggage that he brings. And being quite frank with you guys, like, the Lakers won't start winning anything until LeBron James leaves the Lakers. Even with DeAndre Aton on the Lakers, I guarantee that they still get bounced out of the first round of the playoffs. But I guess playing alongside Luka Doncic just wasn't enough for LaDairy Queen James. I mean, just last year, we literally heard Shannon Sharp boastfully glazing LeBron James and the Lakers, saying outlandish phrases for the meme era like OKC, KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5. Just a bunch of nonsense to get the LBJTQ all riled up. But the Lakers always end up getting smoked. Then they always resort back to LeBron James ain't had no help. He didn't have no help. LeBron James can't make them hit wide open shots. But I have a phrase for you, Mr. Shannon Sharp. Super team, Luka's team, you can dream, but the Lakers are getting swept. The Lakers are going home next postseason. You can book it. But I wouldn't even be surprised if the RBA starts spotting LeBron James 30 points. What the Bronxexuals can't comprehend is this. They say that MJ faced trash teams in the RBA finals, but what they fail to mention is that if MJ had the same super teams that LeBron James had and had the luxury of playing with so many #1 picks like LeBron James, Michael Jordan would literally have 6,000 championships. That's right, I said it, 6,000 championships instead of 6. It would have been so unfair that the league would have had to ban Michael Jordan from the RBA. Now, in one breath, they say LeBron James make his teammates better, but then, you know, they say these #1 picks he played with were trash. They were past their primes. But even the great players he's played with in their primes, he underachieved. How do you have a great player like Anthony Davis and all you win is a Disney bubble championship? You played alongside a prime Kyrie Irving and only won 1 championship. And this supposed to be the man that makes the players around him better. He can't even make himself better. LeBron James played with the most #1 picks, and he's the most overrated #1 pick in RBA history. Now let's debunk this whole all the number one picks LeBron James has played with were past their prime. When LeBron James advanced to his first RBA Finals, Ilgauskas was 31 years of age. And they'll make the excuse, oh, well, Ilgauskas, he was a bum. He wasn't an all-star. But the man was averaging 17 points per game in 03, averaging 16 points per game in 04, 05, 06, 07, putting up decent numbers. His points then started to go down until he played alongside LeBron James, similar to Kevin Love, similar to Chris Bosh, right? LeBron James has a history of playing alongside players and they just become spot-up shooters. Shaq was 37 when he joined with LeBron James, but was averaging 17 points per game before he joined LeBron James. And this when Shaq was past his prime. So either way, the LeBron James meat lovers will always move the goalposts for LeBron James. LeBron James could have played with all these players in their prime, and it could have been special somewhere else, averaging 30 points per game. And their numbers don't go down until they play alongside LeBron James. And they'll still make excuses like it's the player's fault, it's the coach's fault, it's the GM fault, everybody's fault but LeBron James.